What's up, Wealth Nation? Do you know that you can make more money, but you're just not really sure how to go about doing it? Well, by the end of this video, we will give you 3 ways in which you can start monetizing your lifestyle today, and you don't need any money to get started. So make sure you stay tuned.
So pull up a chair and take notes, because we're going to silence all the haters who tell you that it's not possible to create passive income with no money down.
Now, we've created videos before where we talk about passive income, how to make passive income, how to start a business, things like that. But this video is going to be completely different, because we're not talking about creating a course. We're not talking about creating a YouTube channel. We're not talking about creating a blog or a podcast. If anything, we just want to talk about 3 categories that you are spending money in right now, and you have the ability to make money from these categories.
Right, and those categories are housing, transportation, and food. And the reason why we pick these categories is because the average American spends 50% of their income just on these 3 things.
Now, before we jump into those details, it's important that you understand where we're coming from. So a little bit about our background was, throughout our whole entrepreneurial journey, we knew that there was an opportunity for us to make money. We just didn't know how that was going to be the case, because we didn't necessarily have friends and family that were going out and trying to create extra cash flow. So we had to educate ourselves and figure out, how in the world do we do this for ourselves? Now, again, the reason why we're bringing up these 3 categories is because we realize that it can be a little bit intimidating to get started when it comes to just trying to create a buck. So we want to make you feel comfortable, bring those fences down just a little bit, and make sure that you understand we're here with you, and we're not going to ask you to do anything that's going to make you uncomfortable.
Right. Now, the first category that we want to talk about is housing. The reason why housing is first is because, on average, we spend 33% of our income just on our living arrangements, our housing. So how can you monetize your housing? Well, there's Airbnb. And what you can do is, let's say you go on vacation, you're going to Disney World, and while you're in Florida or in California, you can put your home up on Airbnb. So now you're able to monetize your home while you're on vacation. Now, it doesn't cost anything to start an Airbnb account, and you're not limited to renting out your entire home. You can do this while you're there. You can rent out just one room while you're in your home now. That way you can have additional income coming in for those empty spaces that nobody uses.
Exactly. Now, I know what you're thinking, Carmen and Darius, I don't want any strangers in my house. I don't feel comfortable with that. And that's fine. This may not be your cup of tea, but let's just take a moment and think about this a little bit more, right? Because like Darius said, if you're not in your home, what's an extra $100, $200, $300, $400, $1,000 that you could possibly be making because you're not home? It doesn't cost you any extra money to do this. Like Darius said, your Airbnb account is free. All you have to do is create a post, take some really attractive pictures of your house, and strangers will start asking you if they can pay you to stay in your home.
The reason why we suggest Airbnb is because we like using Airbnb when we travel. Because instead of using these big chain hotels, what we want to do is we want to support other business owners on things that we're going to be doing anyway. And one of those things is staying at an Airbnb.
And also, again, keep in mind, because Darius and I, these are things that we thought about, was renting a room out when we're there. If you're not comfortable with that, that's fine. Just wait till you leave. And this solves a problem for you, because sometimes what people don't like is when you go on vacation, you don't want your house to sit unoccupied. So at least this way, you have paid house sitters who are sitting in your house, and you don't have to worry about your house being vacant for a week or 2. So if you're able to take those personal glasses off and put your business glasses on, take a look around your house and think about all of the opportunities that you have to monetize it, because you may right now have some empty rooms that people will pay you to stay in.
Another thing that we want to bring up as we're talking about vacation is, when we're gone, instead of renting from a big rental car company, we like to use Turo.
Yes.
And what Turo is the same thing, kind of similar to Airbnb, just for cars, where you can rent your car out for a week, a few weeks, or even a month to someone that needs it. Now, as we are in this digital age where we have the ability to work from home and not sit in traffic, while we're sitting at home working, We can have our car out working for us
Oh, yeah.
by providing it to someone that needs transportation for a month or 2 weeks.
Problem solution. Someone needs a car, we got a car for them. And it didn't cost us any money, again, to create a Turo account. Now, one thing before we move on with this video, I want to let you all know none of this is sponsored. We just recommend these companies because we personally use it ourselves. And it made us think like, oh man, we should share this with our audience because we know so many of you are sitting at home thinking, how can I make a buck? How can I make a buck? How can I make a buck? And bing, here you go. You're welcome. So Turo, to expound a little bit more on Turo, is again, it's just allowing the average Joe to rent their cars out. Because if you think about it, the average American has an extra car that's sitting in their driveway. So if that car is just sitting in your driveway, why not let your car make money for you?
And on top of that, the average American spends 16% of their income just on transportation.
Crazy.
Now, if you can offset that by renting out your car to someone that needs it, now you're making money off something that you spend money on anyway.
And when it comes down to it with Airbnb and Turo, for example, we're not talking about bankrolling. We're just talking about creating extra cash flow for your household. This can turn into a very profitable or lucrative business for you. But again, we're just trying to plant those seeds because it's all about creating cash flow and generating wealth from that cash flow, which is why we are Wealth Nation.
Right, and the most important thing that you have to do when it comes to any source of finance or additional finance is start. That's the point that we want to make. Start doing something right now with what you have, and it doesn't cost you anything. So leave us a message in the comment section on what you're doing to start creating passive income for yourself that doesn't cost anything. Because there's tons of different options that we have when it comes to passive income. What are you doing to generate that for yourself?
Exactly. Now, the third point that we want to talk about is something that is near and dear to our heart, which is food. Because the average American spends 13% of their income on food, which doesn't really surprise us because we're probably right around that area.
Yeah, I think we have switched our housing with our food because we love going out to restaurants.
Yeah, and cooking. So the reason why we're super excited about this topic is because whenever Darius and I cook, we really like to share the recipes and things that we're doing with our friends and family. So they may get a text from us saying, look what we cooked today, or you may even see it on Facebook. Yes, we are those people. But what can come from that post is a money-making opportunity. Let me paint the picture for you. How many of you use Amazon? How many of you have been recommended to a product on Amazon? Exactly. It's that easy. So all you need to do is Google Amazon affiliates and create an account. It's a free account you can set up with Amazon. And basically all this is you becoming a referral partner for Amazon. So you will get specific links, URL links, that you can send to family and friends for referring specific products. For example, if I'm cooking, I can say, hey, family and friends, I really love this whisk that I was using to make my eggs. So I can say, click on this link if you want to get the same whisk. And as long as my family and friends or anyone that I share this link with clicks on this specific link, Amazon will give me a commission for anyone who has purchased that product. And again, what did I say it cost you? Nada. So things to think about. We're just talking about food because that's something that we're passionate about. But what else could you share from Amazon? Maybe it's baby stuff. Maybe it's car tools. Maybe it's lawn mowing equipment. Who knows? Interior design. Think about all the different things that you like sharing with people. And as long as you create an account with Amazon and become an affiliate, you can start getting paid small commissions for any product that you recommend off of Amazon.
What we wanted to do in this video is bring you less intimidating ideas so that you don't have to start thinking about creating a business and LLCs and articles of incorporation and all that jazz. Start exactly where you are. Once again, I know I've said that 50 times in this video, so hopefully you get the point to start doing something right now with what you have.
Exactly. Now, this is the first part of this video, right? We talked to you about creating additional cash flow for yourself. And all of this is passive because it's basically one effort that you create, which is creating an account and posting it and just waiting for the traffic to come to you. So the second part of this video is always, what are you doing with your money? On the Wealth Nation channel, we teach a concept called infinite banking. So once that money starts rolling in for you, it's really important that you make sure you do your due diligence and understand how you should start capitalizing that money, which is why we totally recommend using whole life insurance so that you can get a guaranteed 4% consistently off of any of the money that you're bringing into your household.
At the end of the day, what are you working so hard for? Why do you want multiple streams of income? It's so that you can buy your time back, so that you can spend more time with your family, so that you can own your own lifestyle. The best way for you to own your own lifestyle is for you to become your own source of financing. And we do this through infinite banking, where we add all of our passive income, all of our personal finance experiences, and borrow from our whole life insurance policies. And instead of driving payments to banks and other financial institutions, we drive those payments back to ourselves so that we can use the money over and over again in our own systems. So what I want you to do is check out the link below where you can watch our free masterclass and you can get a better understanding of how infinite banking works and how you can apply it in your own lifestyle.
Because say you already have cash flow that's coming in your household already and you're trying to figure out, what should I be doing with this? How should I invest it? How should I be flipping money? Then you have come to the right place. So if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with family and friends.
And if you want to take your passive income journey to the next level, check out our previous video on how you can make money in your sleep.
Don't forget to own your own lifestyle,
or someone else will.